Yes. Yes, 2 times. Y'all know the vibes.
Ooh la la, we.
She go, ooh la la. We go,
ooh la la, we.
They go,
ooh la la, we.
Okay.
Ooh la la, we.
Okay.
Ooh la la,
we.
ooh la la, we.
Should never get old. This shit is always rocking. Looking for M's like I lost a friend. Hop out of the bed like, where's the bread? What it do, people? You're now tuned in. POPAVIST. POPAVIST TV. We live, we rolling, we unscripted, we authentic, that feeling. Back up in here, one more again. So if it's your first time, please come up on in. Over here, we like to deal with sports, hip-hop, interviews, entertainment. You know what I mean? Popavisms 101 and motivation. If that sound like something you can rock with, then before you exit and hit stage left, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and smash that notification bell. So when I upload the videos, you get alerted. Yeah, you get alerted when I upload the videos. Right? And if it's not your first time, then you already know how I do. You already know how I start the show. Tony, there was no other way. We in the end game now. We in the end game. And we in the end game, people, because, you see the flashing lights, like flashing lights. This year is coming to a close, and just like that, like you should have went for the head. And, as you reflect back, even though it's not that time for the wrap up, we think about who's going to do the wrap up. But, it's the season of giving. It's the season, to feel jolly and all that shit. And this really the last season probably for y'all to get these cozy souls. Like I was telling y'all in the other video, like if you can tell me who says, welcome to the best gambling show on the internet. And if you've been rocking with the channel, you know what I mean? Then you should know. I used to say his name to give him his props. Like, I give niggas they props, you know what I mean? If I use their shit ahead of time before they get a chance to shine on their own shit. But, for the person that can tell me that I got 15 pair of those for you and $200, like $200. If you can't come up with the answer and you want some of these fly, affordable, you know what I mean? Fly joints, you know what I mean? For Christmas, for those that celebrate, because it's Christmas time. Yeah, it's Christmas time for most of y'all. Not for me, because I don't celebrate. But if you want some of those 20 cash, I take Zelle, I take Cash App, I take Vimeo, you know what I mean? Like, pull up on you, cash on delivery, COD. And y'all can hit me up, you know what I mean? Christmas and all that for those that celebrate. And this probably going to be the last year for the Cozy Soul. So we in the end game because it was a good run. And it was a good choice. It was a good choice. It was a good seizure of, you know what I mean, opportunity. Seizing the moment. Yeah, that part. That feeling. And we also, in the end game, really, this was really the end game. Because at first, I thought it was foul play. And that's, Malikah Shabazz, one of Malcolm X's daughter. I think she was the youngest or the second to youngest. And she was found, dead in her Brooklyn home. So may Allah have mercy on her, and obviously rest in peace to her and condolences to her family. May they, get through these tough times, because right before this happened, if I'm not mistaken, I like to be accurate when I'm talking about certain things. The two accusers, or, the two would have been allegedly, maybe, kind of, sort of, murderers, was exonerated, you know what I mean? And so, when that happened, it was with the side eye, and, they're like, it's natural causes. So, you know what I mean? Young Dolph just got laid to rest. You know, they're saying they're going to commemorate her, do something for her. I'm not sure if it's going to be in Brooklyn or if it's going to be in Harlem. But, you know, I be playing, but I don't be. And, you know, that's for all of us, for myself included. It's really more a reflection for me to say, yeah, like, nigga, do you ever think about when you out of here? Your little shit that you be going on, out of here, like deals and stuff, plans for the future, out of here. So while you're here, give praise, be grateful, and make the best of it. Like, you know what I mean? So, again, they said it was natural causes. So, you know, that's good, because at first it was like, 56, relatively, that's wild young, as we say. Like, you know, even though they say you old at my age, but it's still like, nah, that's young in life. And to hear that it's natural causes is like, you know what I mean, with the side eye. In other news, you know what I mean, DAVEEAST, he just announced, you know, if y'all follow Dave on Instagram or any of his social media platforms, he just you know, he just posted up and you know, was in a celebratorial, you know, vibe that he just, you know, got his first store, you know what I mean, up in Harlem. He didn't show that where it was going to be at least I didn't see that in the description. But just to know that, you know, that he's making moves and, you know, moving forward with that aspect of, you know, getting to the bag and capitalizing off your notoriety and making your, you know, your intellectual property worth something. I mean, that's really, you know, with the social media, and we still studying the residual effects of, man, I was talking with shout outs to Blackface too. Speaking of DAVEEAST, you know what I mean? I met DAVEEAST a few times, you know what I mean? And actually even got one of my artists that I was managing, shout outs to my nigga Famous AAA. I used to wear his Carrie Bartel hats, but you're black, yeah, support black, right? I got him on a song with DAVEEAST through Mac Man. Shout outs to my nigga Mac Man. You know what I mean? Harlem to Brooklyn, Brooklyn to Harlem. Yeah, kid. And but I met Dave through Blackface, and he had came and shit. We was chopping it up, you know what I mean? And he had somebody from Cali there, and he was talking about the fucking All-Star Weekend in Vegas, you know what I mean? Houston landed Vegas, and I was at that one. That's one of the first ones I've been to, so it was super lit. Like, we was talking about how I still had the Nokia phone, or I had the Nokia phone. I had just came home not too long ago, you know what I mean? And I was taking pictures with the Kodak shit. You go to the corner store or CBS or Dwayne Reed or one of them shits, and you buy the Kodak camera, you wind it up, and then you get to take, I think, 24 pictures. Got to go back, get them printed out. So he was talking about like MySpace and this and that, but you know, time flies. That's, you know, that's what we talking about. But you know, I had seen on the other channel, and pretty much, you know, he was saying, you know, congrats to him, and definitely congrats, you know what I mean? But he was like, good luck, and, you know, niggas get, you know, it's a risk and all this. And I say, listen, I get it that it's a risk. You know, you look at Nipsey, rest in peace, you know what I mean? We always talking about life and death, you know what I mean? And although it's a risk, what side do you want to be on? Like, do you want niggas to stay on the Pookie and Ray-Raying it up, or you want niggas to transition and, you know, be butterflies, like, and get businesses instead of just being rappers, like, you know what I mean? And so when you see him pull a move like that, and shout outs to Queen of Harlem too, real quick, being how he shouted her out as well. I guess you know, I guess he went through her, whatever they made it happen. He shouted her out. I know Michelle, so shout outs to her on that. But we need more of that. And so whether it's the risk is, the point is this. Whether it's a risk of being a black man, but you're black, so I'm mostly speaking about black, yeah. I mean, I understand. You still want to move in that direction. You know what I mean? He gave Nips his props, like laying the blueprint for the real ones, if you will. And yeah, like, I think he should, you know, after he get established, show somebody else how to get established. Help somebody else get established. Each one, teach one, help one, you know what I mean? Like, that's how you strive, you know what I mean? And then you look at the other people that, you know, the other, when they come here, what they do, one apartment, and we be making fun of them, you know what I mean? Like, I made fun or indulged in a few jokes, being ignorant and not knowing in the back office, like, oh, on that bat line, like, they making moves. They making bloody moves. They making bloody moves. and they get into the bag, and then they growing and branching out. But we make fun of the stink Africans, right, or whatever we see them, or, you know, you see the Asians, they get the store, and they all be, you know, cooped up, you know what I mean? But they do that with a plan. They get in the one joint, save, they get the business, build, and then they branch off. So all that to just say, you know, shout outs to him, shout outs to everybody that's involved. I definitely think he should, you know, help some other brothers get to the bag. You know what I mean? Like, inspire some other people, whether he can end up, you know, in a bad situation or not, locking up his store. And I doubt if he's going to be the one running the store and the daily operations, but just being a, you know, a business owner and having some real estate here. You know, that's when you look at the contrast, and this is getting off a little bit, but oh yeah, we live, we rolling, we unscripted, so we do what we want. And we talk about the stuff that we want to talk about. That's why you tuning in. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the notification bell. So when I upload the videos, you get alerted. Yeah, you get alerted. When we used to go cop coke and all that, you know what I mean, from the hill and shit, you know what I mean? It's because that's where this is going. This went from some other shit, right? Cocaine, like, oh, so you got the cocaine, and you're like, we not doing that no more. He was just playing. Off that 444 album. And it's not fact. This is not one blanket covers the whole thing, but it's just an observation. A lot of times when I was young, when we was going up there, you see that the poppies and all that had the, you know, the low prices, and all of them had work, right? They also invested back, and they opened bodegas, and they opened little shops and shit like that. And then you look on the flip side. But you're black, not Mel Gibson from Lethal Weapon. And that actually was Joe Pesci that said that. But you're black. You want to go South Africa and down, you know, in Brooklyn, in different places. You know, I only can really speak to New York. And when you just look into history, you see a lot of the successful, if you will, black dudes that got to the bag. Only, you know, a handful or exceptional few transition, you know, and brought and did business, like the Rick Ross, Freeway Ricky, you know, not the rapper, you know what I mean? Brought up all this shit on the highway, and, you know, did things of that nature, not only to invest back into the community, but to, you know what I mean, wash and do whatever. And so you know, we fuck the bag up a lot, like we do, you know what I mean? And you see Black Friday, you see how much we spend on everything. That's why I shop at the cheap stores now with no, you know what I mean, feel nothing about it. I don't really feel like my worth is in the name no more. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that doesn't make or break me. I've done it, so maybe that's why I don't really, or I'm older, and so I don't really lean to it. Do I want to throw some clean on, some fresh and so clean? Yeah, we all do. You know what I mean? Make sure your drawer is clean too. You know what I mean? But for the most part, that don't really do it for me no more. Like, you know what I mean? So, you know, if we could try to change that a little bit, like hip-hop, interview, motivation, if we could change that a little bit, we definitely would be better off. And if we can't change it, then you definitely want to teach, you know, the people in your family. Before you can save anybody else, you need to save yourself and then your family, you know what I mean? And like that. But real quick, though, before we get out of here, last year, this came across the ticker. And shout out to 10 Toes. You know what I mean? Shout out to 10 Toes Down. He had some shit, what it was, Sunday, you know what I mean? That past Sunday fun day. Y'all know me, I don't be going out. And we got a little bit of chicken dinners tonight, too. Tonight is Thursday, you know what I mean? A little Toronto Raptors, a little Spurs. Yeah, Greg Popovich. Shout outs to K Slay. He was saying Greg Popovich. No, Popovist. And a little Dallas money line. I was a little scared, you know what I mean? Even though I fuck with New York and all that. Chicago. Yeah, it took Chicago for the one pick. A couple of them. We had some losers too. A lot of parlays as well. We getting better though. But Tiffany had in common. You know what I mean? They not together no more, right? So it was like makeup, the breakup. Hollywood be seeming like that should be directing us towards some weirdo shit. Like, I don't know. That's why I tell y'all on the channel, like, me personally, and for my nieces, nephews, for my loved ones, my little cousins, not saying that they can't or they shouldn't, But that shouldn't be those people that's in that the limelight and all. They shouldn't be the first people you look up to for guidance, for motivation and all of that. That should come from inside. But you say, damn, wasn't she married and it worked? And Common was with Erykah Badu, you know, Andre 3000, and he went with Serena. And, you know, he had a little couple of joints. You know what I mean? Like, it's Common. You know, he been that dude for a little while now. You know, in the public eye, and he came a long way from the Chi-Town. So. Salute to him, but you say, damn, I mean, like, why is it never working with these people? And then they swap out. It's like, this shit be crazy, shit crazy. And can she find somebody better now? I mean, you was married, now you know what I mean? Like, this should be like weirdo shit out there, for real. And it happened in the hood, too. People be swapping out, but that's why I mentioned 10 Toes Down, because he had some shit Sunday. We was out. He put a little clip up.
So, let me, y'all change indulgence.
What the hell does that even mean?
The progress in a man changing is ridiculous.
Who
said that?
You know why? My experience.
Because men
That's
don't.
you,
My
personally.
experience.
You can't put it on
My girl's experience.
You ain't
People
make
that
the
I
right
bring.
man.
Let me tell you something. Out of
picking
all my
from the
friends,
wrong
I'm Dr.
pool.
Phil. I know
I mean, but she
everybody.
got a man now, so she
Everybody
got a
comes
man.
to me for advice.
So what's the
I've been
longest
through
relationship?
shit,
What's
like-
the longest relationship you've been in? I didn't even mean to cut you. I just want to.
5 years.
And you never been married, right?
Never.
What's the longest relationship you've been in?
I'm been on and off with my man for 8 years.
Oh, did you left the relationship or they left?
I left.
And most of the times that's the case. Women are.
How about you?
You
But
left
look,
your
this is
relationship or
crazy
you
part.
hooked up?
Why
My longest real relationship was with a female for 4 years.
so
My
you was
longest
never
real
married?
relationship,
No.
we weren't never
Was you married
together.
before? And what's your
Right.
longest
My
relationship?
longest real relationship, we were never together.
All right. So hold on. Let me ask this.
We was just talking about relationships, hip hop, shit that I be talking about, except it was, you know, in a different setting. And we had some ladies there. It was interesting to hear, you know, to hear they spin. But then you turn around 4 days later, whenever this shit came out, that they not together, you know what I mean? Or they you know, she wishing well, Kanye want Kim back. Like, this shit crazy, shit crazy. Let me know who y'all think gonna do the wrap up if Uncle Murder stick to this shit. You know what I mean? And be like, I'm not doing it. I want to know who y'all think should do it. And if he don't do it, who you want to see do it. Now, I mean, I know Papoose was talking about doing it. I don't know. I mean, I'm willing to see, you know, who does it. Obviously, since 2020, and, you know, we about to finish 2021 off. But just think about when March come, if you alive. That would be 2 years, 2 times since they locked shit down. How have your life changed, been impacted? What's some of the moves you making? What's the mindset you in now? Was it different? And just like that, I be being funny, but I'm not. Like, if you seen Thanos, when Thor came charging down, stabbed him in the chest, you know what I mean? He thought he saved the day, you know what I mean? And he was hurt up. He was definitely hurt up. Thanos is looking at him like, should have went for the head and finished everybody. And just like that, 2 years, you know what I mean? January, February, March, yeah. For those that celebrate Valentine's Day, I'm stuck on, I'm ending on this, because this is how I do it. Like, I don't know if there's other people out there like that. Maybe you in college or, what, you know, whatever years, songs. But I go through the year, like, football season, obviously it's holidays I don't celebrate, so I'll be like, yeah, next month is Thanksgiving, after that Christmas, my mom's birthday, I love you, Mom, my brother's birthday, bombs, what up? Now I'm like Valentine's, then, you know what I mean, the championship, NBA, time be flying super fast, and if you blink, you're gonna miss that shit. You already know what it is. It's your boy, POPAVIST. You was just tuned in. POPAVIST TV, yeah, that's the show. We live, we rolling, we unscripted, so we do what we want. We authentic, not because we did 1 million years in the feds, not because we stabbed 100 people, because our integrity is intact and we stand on what we stand on. Authentic, that feeling. Back up in here, one more again. Yeah, kid.